friends, when finding just the right image or clip art seems impossible, why don't we just create our own? This is easy to do when using Google Drawings or Google Slides. Say we wanted to depict a conversation or discussion, or we need an image to represent a checklist or clipboard, or just want an image that is not copyrighted. Maybe we need our image to have a certain color palette, want something specifically depicted, or not branded. Let's take a look at just how easy this is. Once we have that blank canvas, a clean Google slide or Google drawing, we can get started by adding shapes. There are loads of choices available. We may just want arrows. Maybe we want callouts. Basically, most images can be created by adding and layering shapes, or by adding shapes and lines. And maybe sometimes we might want to add text that has a fill and a border color just by inserting word art. After adding some shapes to our canvas, notice that some of those shapes have a little gold marker along the side. That means the shape can be manipulated. Look at this curved edge rectangular callout. See that little gold marker? Once we hover over it, a crosshatch appears. When we click and drag, the shape is manipulated. That rectangular shape that has a couple of curved corners can be manipulated so that it looks more like an arch. With the rectangle that has curved edges, we could use the blue markers and drag one side to make it more narrow. Then drag the gold marker and we have sort of a capsule shape. Then, notice that when a shape is selected, blue markers appear around it. See that little line poking up at the top? That can be sort of a handle. When we hover over that handle, a crosshatch appears where we can rotate the shape. The shape on the right has been rotated 45 degrees. Remember that check mark over our clipboard? Well, it is simply two capsule shapes turned at an angle and layered atop one another. We can also change the fill and border of a shape. When a shape is selected, a tiny paint bucket appears on the toolbar. We can select it and choose from a palette of colors. Choosing the pencil icon beside it allows us to change the color of the border. For the two pieces of the check mark to blend seamlessly together, we selected a transparent border. That blending of parts and pieces works well, but what if we want to create something that has an irregular shape, like the bristle end of this paintbrush? We can create irregular shapes with the line tool. We have the option for a curved line or a polyline. When a curved line is selected, we can draw something that has curved edges quite simply by clicking and moving the cursor along and then clicking again. To close up the shape, return to the starting point and click. Once the shape is created, if adjustments are needed, just double-click to get the markers that can be dragged to a new location. When a polyline is selected, we can draw sharp angles by clicking and moving the cursor. If we don't want a closed shape, we simply click twice and the line will end. Once all the shapes and lines are in place and we have what we want for our image or template, we can download the Google Drawing or Slide as an image. To download as an image, select File and Download. There are a couple of familiar options, JPEG and PNG. When a smaller file is needed for an upload, we would choose a JPEG. If a transparent background is important, we would choose a PNG image. For our diagram image, we can see a white background for the JPEG image, and the PNG image has a transparent background. After the file type is chosen, a pop-up will appear, allowing us to decide where to save the image. We may want to choose the desktop, the hard drive of the computer, or Google Drive is a great storage place. When we are ready to use the image, all we have to do is search Google Drive or navigate to the folder and select the image for upload from whatever program we're using. Easy! Once again, open Google Drawings or Google Slides. Add and layer shapes and lines as needed. Manipulate the shapes if desired. Select File and Download, then select JPEG or PNG. Save it to the desired location. Then when you're ready to use it, upload it from your Google Drive or wherever you've saved it. Well, that's a wrap for WCS Ed Tech Tip, creating images with Google Drawings and slides.